When I joined this particular department, Easton, back in '76, after I had graduated from high school, there was actually a waiting list that you had to get on. And if you had relatives that were in the fire service, you kind of moved up the list and you were able to get in a little quicker. Every set of gear was filled, the rack was filled, so it was a real honor to join the organization. It still is, don't get me wrong, but the fact that the amount of individuals that we're pulling in now is just incredibly low. It's all around us. It's not just in the fire service, but I think more so in the fire service because of the demand of what is asked of you as an individual. Okay, training and fundraising and the time that you spend away from your family. It's a lot of time that you have to really put forth to belong to a department as busy as say Easton, for example. On the equipment out here that Easton has, our equipment's all labeled service for others, and that's our motto here at Station 60. We're over 225 years old. Some individual departments that are really worried about that right now, and we do have a substantial age difference with the active. The big groups of individuals that came in the 70s and 80s. Okay, it's sort of like what we're going with the baby boomer type thing. It's the same thing. We had a big boom of individuals that joined the volunteer ranks, and now not so much. So it's the same. It's all trickled down over the years. It's all trickled down effect, and we have some departments right now that are struggling to get younger. And when I say younger, in their teens, early 20 members, the older firefighters that have been in the department for 20 plus years. They get up and they go and they know what they expect when the pager goes off and they say it's a box alarm, which means it's a maybe structure fire, something of that nature, or a serious motor vehicle accident. They kind of know what to expect. They've done it all these years. Then when you have the younger ones, the problem also arises that the amount of training now that it takes has just increased and doubled in the amount of time that it takes to get this individual trained and certified so they can go on a piece of apparatus. And all of that is free to the public. And the individuals that take the classes do it for free. There's no reimbursement. Those are the kind of things that myself as the president of the county, we're working on a recruitment and retention. Those are the things we're looking at. Things that we can do to maybe reward people, individuals, to come on board, to help us out. And then you got to really be careful because you have individuals like myself and others that have been doing it for a long time. And they've never received any accolades, maybe an award at their banquet or something to that. But they don't do it for that reason. None of us do it for that reason. We do it because, we want to. It's in your blood. And I think that's where it all boils down to. It's just got to be, you got to want to do it. But in respect to Easton, you come here, you put an application in, you go through the process. It's just like any other job. It is a job. It's a job with no pay. But you go through the process. You have physical. You have drug testing. You got to be on the up and up to do this. Because you're going out there and helping individuals, and you're putting your life on the line every time we go out. So you've got to kind of know what's going on, have your head clear, and be focused on the job. It's no different in this business than it is, like I said, going and getting a full-time paid job. The thing now is that we're seeing a lot of these younger members coming in, and they like to do it as a career profession. They want to go across the bridge and work. So we're training them. And they're getting all this experience, per se, from us, and then they leave us to go across the bridge because that's demanding. Obviously, you do it. They work, most of the career departments work 24 hours, and then they're off 72. So they work one full day, and then they're off 3. So that's all. That's a demanding job. So when they come home, they're really not that interested in volunteering. Maybe they would like to ride the fire truck to put out the fire, but it's the other things that come with it, the fundraising and the cleaning of equipment and those kind of things that all come with this job. We're working on right now. There's been a program in the works for quite a few years. Unfortunately, Talbot hasn't had any kids that were interested, which is a career tech program that when you're a senior in high school, if you have enough of credits and you're interested in becoming a firefighter, you can go to Centerville a half a day, and they'll teach you. So this is very beneficial, obviously, to the volunteer departments. And the last 2 years, we haven't had any children, young people, that really were interested or qualified for the program. And what I understand right now is that we have 6 for next year. 6 doesn't sound like a huge number, but it's a start when you've had 0 for 2 years. I still believe in my heart that it's got to be in your blood. It's a blood thing. It's a like I said, it's a brotherhood. We use that word only pretty much in the fire service that I know of. That brotherhood, where we take care of each other, and we still have that, and we want to hold on to that. But it's something that we definitely see starting to dwindle. And we've got to try to rekindle that and work to get it back, but it's really hard. It's really hard.